So I guess more as a random point of curiosity than anything else. Pretty much none of what I ate last night, and very little of what I drank last night, has actually left my system. Let's take a look. Yeah, that's about what I was expecting.
Kick it!
So I got this chicken burrito and these salt and pepper fries. I'm only about halfway through each and I'm already basically full. In a weird way, this feels like a win for me. Normally I'd just be forcing this down, unabated, and now my appetite's just way down. I did say I was gonna eat like a fucking idiot at the captain's wedding. I feel like shit. And in a weird way, I'm happy about the fact that I feel like shit. Like, this used to be something I could just do and not feel any real bad side effects from it, other than my stomach getting bigger. And now, I don't want to eat like this again for a long freaking time. I'm pretty pleased about that, actually.
Yeah, so let's talk about that. For the first time in like 6 or 7 weeks, I guess, I binged. It felt like an event. It felt like it was earned. It just felt like it was this bender I was going on as a one-off thing that I would, like, this decadent no-no that I would have the opportunity to correct at will. The fact that I'm running again means I can burn off the calories. The fact that I've gotten way better at controlling my caloric intake means I can just burn it off. The fact that I have been losing weight pretty consistently for the last month or so means I know I will just lose this little weight gain as well. The whole I feel too full thing, yeah. I spent a lot of the evening being asked if I was all right because people thought I was having a bad time, and I was just saying, it's fine, I'm just pacing around trying to get my stomach to settle. It meant I wasn't dancing at all that night, my own doing, because I was afraid I was just going to be sick if I did. I waited kind of a while to even have any more alcohol, so I ended up being sober most of that evening, just due to the fact that with my stomach being as full as it was, the thought of holding down any alcohol was just odd to me. Alcohol itself is wicked high in calories, so you've got to be careful with that shit, especially when you're already binge eating at a freaking wedding. Now, due to the fact that I was at work, I wasn't able to make the lunch just after the wedding, which, while I think the fact that the captain is one of my absolute closest friends, and the fact that I missed that is going to be a bit of a point of regret. On the other hand, I didn't have another cheat meal on the same day. At the same time, I do still not feel great about missing lunch at one of my best friend's weddings, but it's like, he was okay with it. We're all okay with it. We were all just, we were all just glad to have me there for the reception in the evening. Although, as you can see from these photos, the lion's sack of crap wasn't actually wearing the same pink we were all supposed to be in. I did get this photo with his brother and one of his friends. I'm pretty confident I'll just be back down to the same weight that I weighed in at the beginning of Friday. Because another fun little thing I ended up doing was, this was the caloric intake on the day the captain and I went for that run. And if you look closely, you will notice I didn't like the exercise that day. I stayed within the calorie limit without factoring in the fact that I was exercising. And I'm going to chalk that up to the whole low-carb breakfast thing. It really seems to work. It is 8:30 in the morning after the wedding right now. And I am currently sitting here just with a black coffee. I normally do not have a black coffee. I normally have it with oat milk in it. But I'm having a black coffee because it's virtually 0 calories. I haven't had breakfast because I felt those twinges of, oh, it's morning. Time for breakfast, but I'm not actually hungry, and I'm just going to wait until I feel hungry before I have breakfast, and then when I do, I'm gonna get adventurous and make a cheese and onion omelet this time. See if I can now successfully fry the onions, then put in the then actually make an omelet with the onions in it. You've seen that saga play out. Also, I should probably explain, by the way, the drinks the captain and I are holding up in this photo, it's a Captain Morgan and Coke. He's a big rum drinker, so the joke is I'm having a captain with the captain. Yeah, he didn't think it was funny either. But in short, yeah, I fought for my right to party over this last month. I've had a fantastic time. I feel amazing. Like, my weight is up. I'm not upset about it. It's going to go straight back down. I know it's going to go straight back down because I know my relationship with food has seen a serious change. The idea of binging like that again, like sitting in front of some video with like a big bag of chips and a big bag of chocolate, I can't think like that anymore. Like, the idea just doesn't work in my head. I don't like the thought of doing it. It used to be I would do this on a regular basis and not give a crap because it was like, whatever, I'm having a good time. I'm enjoying my food. I'm enjoying my recreation. Nah, I don't enjoy that idea anymore. I can't believe how quickly that's changed. Like, even the last few times I've done calorie counting in the past, this wasn't the way I felt. I would still think, oh, well, I've got a cheat day coming up on Tuesday. The entirety of Tuesday used to be my cheat day. And I would just eat whatever the hell I wanted. I would still lose weight, but now the rest of it, when I think back, admittedly, I don't fully remember how I felt about the dieting at the time, but when I think back, there must have been this side of me that was like, oh, this isn't a habit, it's an obligation on the other 6 days. And then on the one day, I can just binge and do whatever I want and eat like a freaking idiot. But that thought no longer enters my head. It's just kind of shocking to me how quickly I've been able to change that idea. And yet I'd never pulled it off before. So this is some serious freaking progress. I'm freaking excited. Now, with a bit of luck, I'll be having a couple more friends around today. I've got the Alchemist and possibly the Storyteller coming around. And I have said to them, normally when they come around on Sunday, we make something fun for lunch. But I have said, if we're having anything today, we can make something interesting, but it's got to be something calorically measured. Like, that's my condition today. So it'll be interesting to see if we actually do that today. And secondly, interesting to see what we make. I will probably make a second video today to make up for the lack of one yesterday, just showing what we made and what we had. Nevertheless, I'll see you soon. And one last thing. Please, 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 if you haven't already, check out the Day 34 video. It was a huge milestone for me. It was a huge leap forward for me. It's one of the ones I'm absolutely happiest with. Please watch it. I insist. Please have a look at it if you haven't already. It was one of the best days of my life. All right. For real. See you soon.